Hey YouTubers, welcome back to Desert Have a Garden. This is day 12 of our journey to Missouri, and we are actually back in Lake Havasu City, Arizona now. It was a long day where we started off in eastern Texas and we crossed Texas and New Mexico and Arizona and all the way back to western Arizona. We thought we would stop in Flagstaff for the night because of the cool weather, but we ended up just plowing right through. And the reason for that is that in Lake Havasu, we are having record high temperatures of 118 to 120 right now. And even with both of the motorhome air conditioners running, it still has a hard time keeping up with it. But fortunately, we were cool enough from being in the mountains of Flagstaff and coming down through Kingman. It stayed cool enough to where we didn't roast by the time we made it home late tonight. Today started out a little bit rough, so you know that we put in an offer on what I would consider our dream home. Beautiful property, beautiful home. It needed work on the land, but it didn't need work on the home. However, Rick did point out a couple things it would need, either sooner or later. The 2 water heaters were the original, and they were a little bit older, so they were going to need to be replaced, as well as the water softener looked like it already was ready to be replaced. Plus, the home only had a central heating and air unit for the entire 3,000 square feet on the above grade and below grade, and he felt that that wasn't going to be enough to heat it through the winter. And many houses have the outside wood burning heater that heats the basement, and he really felt strongly we would need to add that for the winter time, especially for desert people like me that get cold as soon as it drops below, say, 75 degrees. That being said, that's why we had made a lower offer, aside from the fact that we had a budget and the property was listed for almost a year and it said it was a motivated seller. Turns out he's not really that motivated. He rejected our offer and countered. He wanted more time in escrow, which we would certainly grant that. So we were willing to give him the extra time in escrow he had asked for. However, he was inflexible on his price. So he only came down a couple $1,000s from his listing price and said he was firm. He wouldn't accept a counter offer. And we had told our realtor we were willing to go up about another $5,000 on our offer. However, if he was inflexible, that was that. And so we actually responded no to his counter offer. And where does that leave us? Well, not exactly back at square one. We had this amazing trip where we saw so much of southern Missouri, and we really got a feel for where we wanted to be and what we liked and the layout of the land. So now when we see listings come up, we will have a better idea of where they are and what's around them, and just a better idea of what the land is, where it's more rocky, where it's more soil, that kind of thing. We still have a ton of properties that we looked at, and we had about 8 that we thought all had really good potential, and we're reviewing that, and we will continue to look through that. We will watch for new listings coming up. We will continue working with Greg Weeks, our realtor, because he was fantastic and so patient with us and our whole family, touring us around all over the place. But for now, it's a late night and we're going to get some rest. And I really appreciate you guys coming on our journey. We did fill out a little bit more of our family travel map, so that was fun to be able to fill those in. And these are only places all of us have been together, all 5 of us. So obviously we were more places with the bigger kids than with Lewis, and obviously Rick and I have been to more places. But as a family, this is where we have been, and we hope to continue filling that out. We really liked Missouri, so we feel strongly that that is the place for us to move to for our next chapter. Now it's just kind of stepping back and figuring out what we need to do to make that work and exactly what level we feel prepared as far as how much we're going to have to remodel a place, if we're going to continue looking for a turnkey house. So we don't know exactly where it's going to lead, but we feel that that's going to be our path So we have plenty of things to wrap up here as far as our business and other things before we can hit the road technically. Thanks for watching, guys, and sticking with us for the whole journey. I hope you enjoyed the video and the journey, and if you did, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to keep following our journey.